So here we are with episode 3 of Wandering Witch. Last episode, we were introduced to Saya, who may or may not come back later on. Honestly, I hope she doesn't, but we'll just have to see. We'll have to see what's going on in this episode. If you guys like the video, like the video. If you dislike it, dislike it. I do have my full length up on Patreon and early access on the YouTube memberships. Other than that, let's get started. Not very good sounding piano out here. Not that it's badly played, just, you know, it's a bit of an undertone. Oh my god, I totally forgot to look at those shoes last episode. I talked about how I was gonna do it, and then Saya came in and like my brain just wiped out. Oh, I was gonna say, is this the rose? Oh, she looks like she's holding a rose. I was gonna say, this whole flower field? Oh, just imagine all the bugs. Oh, she sees the badge. Anyone. Would you like to smuggle these flowers into the next country? Oh, and off she goes. Alright, doesn't look like there's anything for miles in that flower field. Like, where does she come from anyways? This man's just holding a weight. What? Uh-oh. Not even gonna listen. Damn, why is she being so sassy? I mean, he's being sassy too, but what's this mask? He has the same hair color as that woman. No, it's mine now. Oh, damn, just shoves it right onto her. Yeah, she's been chilling in the flower field. That's a lie, though? I have to look at that again. So look, you want to smuggle these flowers into this country? Is it because you're a witch? Okay. Damn, she's trying to spread insanity to these people. Oh. Oh, is that why she's just chilling there? Oh, and then does it spread in the smoke into the air and everything? You know, all according to plan. But is she there? Oh. Oh, he came back? Okay, I saw that. I was like, alright, that's a dick. Maybe we should set these people on fire, just saying. I don't think he's getting out of here alive. Ooh, it's so slimy. Oh, I guess setting them on fire wouldn't have done anything. It's raining out here, huh? Oh. Where are all these people going? Oh, they're going to town. Hey, yo. Wait, we're just ending it like that? Yeah, this town is fucked. But hey, I guess Elaina is technically keeping her promise. And I was thinking about that, how like if she doesn't do anything, you know, get a much bleaker at just another person standing in the field. Is that air in a bottle? Or is it gas in a bottle? A cloud in a bottle. I'm looking for happiness. Is that what bottled in there? It's a bottle where I'm gathering happiness. It's drugs. View happiness into magic and put them... Does that mean you're stealing their happiness then? Can I open it? Woo! For the girl I like, okay? You're gathering her a bottle of happiness? She got depression? From Nikkei? Damn, she died. A little bit too optimistic there. Nino. Oh, you're a rich guy? She always looks gloomy. Feelings of plant. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, unlike last time. Yeah, it's a peaceful village until you came here. Main character syndrome and all that. So like, yeah, open it and then it just like goes around her? Or does she like drink it? I'm gonna give this bottle of happiness after she makes us lunch. Oh! This is another Japanese person. Found her? And then just what, brought her? Yeah. But like, did you want it? Like, what were you doing beforehand? Alright, this fella. Yeah. For your work as a good servant. Oh, sounds like she's gonna get a flailing. No. You shouldn't be using your fucking power like that, bro. You know what? I'd say we burn this place too. Oh, was that the chief? I thought he was just going to leave. What a polite young lady. I'm out of here. Oh, he is here for lunch? Oh, looking at her from bottom to top. Excuse me, sir. Can you get your eyes off? Damn, that's rather lavish, don't you think? Jesus Christ. This is a little much. This is a small portion. A whole ass chicken and fish. Even when I'm hungry, I can't even eat that much. So like, what's the servant girl going to eat? Damn, she ate the whole thing. Well, she didn't eat the whole thing, but a good portion. Really out here showing something's off. I bought her. We had to get another woman in here. Damn, I thought you said she was doing great. The shit, dog. Yeah, she's got time reversal. As much as she would like to use. My god, that water though. But as much as she liked to use her magic on him. Then fucking do it, bro. Says the guy who's not even fucking hitting the can. Well, I mean, he is hitting the can, but he's not hitting it in. Seems very depressed right now. Yeah. Give her that drug that you've been holding. And we were like, you know, I feel like maybe your dad's been giving her presents too. They're just social posts. Why has he just got eyes of a fucking serial murderer? Look at these crazy eyes. As I was saying, this looks like social posts, and like all these happy people, and she's not happy. This is awful. Yo, this man's been traveling. Like, what is he? Okay, I thought it was going to be a little bit more like I'm gonna ingest it, you know? Yeah, happiness that you'll never get to. How can she not? She's in a shitty situation. Don't fall for it. Just run away, girl. Get out. This is an awful situation. Yeah, I don't know. She just doesn't look any happier. The sky? Oh. And then she killed herself? Yo. Damn, what a depressing episode. Yeah. She probably offed herself too. You know what? Jesus Christ. All the tinge of sadness this episode. Although, as I was mentioning in like the first episode when they were, when Elena's mom was telling her to make these promises, right? And that Elena's keeping to it. And I was thinking about how, like, well, if Elaina keeps her promises, and like that kind of sounds like it can lead to like very bad situations, you know, where like there are certain things that she could help out with, but she's not going to because, well, she's keeping a promise to not partake in these, to not, you know, use her power and partake in these things that she shouldn't be. I think this episode pretty much showcases it. That we've got situations that Elaina, if she uses her power, she can solve, you know, if she's like the fucking typical shonen hero or whatever, right? She's like, I've got the power to do it, I'm going to help, and I'm going to make these people's lives better. But she doesn't do it, and in the end, the world continues on with its status quo. And I like that. I like that this episode was just sad and depressing. when you look at social media posts on Facebook or Instagram, and all these people are having great, happy lives, and you're just sitting here in the computer, not doing any of the things that they're doing. Wow, so sad. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the center. Alright, so that was episode 3 of Wandering Witch, the journey of Elaina. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. For me, I thought that this was a pretty great episode. Really shows the dark colors of this world, and shows that Elaina continues to keep the promises to her mom, which in the end continues this dark cycle of the world. But at the same time, it kind of goes to thinking, if Elaina steps in, would she really solve the issue? So I like this whole episode, and the fact that Elaina didn't really do any. She kind of just came in here to try to look at the country and whatnot, and then like whatever happens to the country or whatever happens to that Nino girl, not my problem. You know, I'm just here to look at the world. I'm gonna record what I see, and that's that, right? I am an observer, and that's all I'm going to do. I'm gonna record it, and then off I go. See you later. Although I will say, Elaina is the person who brought the flowers there in the first place, and then like she inadvertently caused the death of that one guard. And then she's just like, whatever, I'm going out. See you later. Yo. So let's talk about the first portion of this episode. As Elaina gets out of the forest, there's this speech about how beautiful flowers might have thorns, right? There are beautiful things that will bear its fangs. And so we immediately see this lady who's just tending to the flowers, this big ass flower field, and just one lady just chilling there, you know, looking at it. And I would assume the reason why Elaina sees her like this is because it's not really affecting her, or maybe it's like it's using its transformation magic or whatnot to showcase itself as like its previous victim. It sees Elaina and it's sentient, I would presume, because it sees her badge and it's just like, oh, you're a witch, aren't you? You're a traveling witch? Even better. BT Dubs, can you can you give these flowers to the people in that country? Thanks. Thanks, buddy. So Elaina, none the wiser, sees these flowers, and she's just like, yeah, sure, you know, I'll fucking go and I'll grab it, and I'll bring it to this country. Just wanted to know, I think I said sentient. I mean, it is a sentient being. It's aiming after people, but I was gonna say it's intelligent. If I didn't say intelligent, I just said sentient instead. But you know, there you go. In the next scene, we see this guard who's noticed that Elaina is holding a bouquet of flowers, and he goes to stop Elaina, but he says, "Hey, girl, stop!" And Elena's just over like, "Girl? Ugh, I ain't no girl. I'm a witch, or I'm a woman, whichever one that Elaina wants to be called, and whatnot, you know." So she decides that she was going to ignore him and, like, just fucking bring this flower straight into... Yo, like, if she just ignored this man and then the other guard didn't come in and she's just out here passing flowers to people, inadvertently, she is causing all the death. But also, like, gotta keep my promise. I can't use my power. So I assume the reason why they're wearing masks is to not, you know, have the flower be all poisonous and, you know, entrance them for them to go into the flower field and whatnot. I would assume so. Also, what's stopping them from, I don't know, burning the whole ass flower field? Consider that it seems like that there's a whole field of flowers that's poisonous and like attracts you to this field, and like they're just gonna eat you there. And y'all just got like a whole, I mean, I guess in its own way, it's probably a pretty good defensive mechanism for like people who are like outside of the town, but also like it's not like a moat or anything, you know, a moat just with lava or fire or whatnot. No, this is an active entity that is out here trying to kill you guys. Well, trying to get you guys to come to the flowers so they can eat you, all right? Get the sustenance and all that. But whatever. So sorry, Miss Witch. Recently, his younger sister went missing, and he's been like that ever since. Please forgive him. It doesn't bother me. That's a lie, though. What? It doesn't bother me. That's a lie, though. If we're talking about, like, the previous sentence, does that mean that it bothered her? And that's the lie? Because initially, when she said that's a lie, though, I was just like, do you mean that, like, his sister is missing is a lie? I guess maybe because she recognizes the other girl as the girl as his sister? I don't know. But Elaina finds out from this man that these flowers are poisonous, and what I was talking about before, they attract people to the field, and they're gonna eat them and all that. So like, Elaina gives the flower to the man. The man tosses the flower into this, and then it showcases a purple pinkish fume that's coming out, to which, if that's the case, does that mean that the spores or whatever of the flowers, right, get burned and then it goes straight into the air? So much easier to affect these people. But also, like, is it like a lighthouse sort of signal? Because, like, all the other ones are kind of coming when it's raining. And also, if it's raining, does that mean that it has more power or just more courage to come straight into to come straight into the town with like bouquet of flowers and whatnot? I don't know. These are all questions that won't get answered, probably. And if it does get answered later on, don't tell me it. But they have this, and I suppose it affected the guy in the end, the soldier whose sister went missing. And so the next day, before she left the country, she went to the flower field, and she finds that this man has found himself in the flower field, right? He's so happy that he's finally see his sister, and I would assume that the flower is showcasing itself as his sister. But now that Elaina knows that it's a trick, it doesn't work on her anymore, or in the flower's case, it knows that it can't really trick her into, you know, giving it sustenance and all that. So it doesn't work on her, and she just sees the flower for the way that it is. And also, he did say, like, thanks to your bringing her shawl and that bouquet, I figured that she was here. And then it shows the fire, which, again, I assume that it's spread it into the air even further, where we get to see this slimy beast, dude. That just looks like a dick. But I can see the figure now that I'm looking at it even more. I can see where, like, it's supposed to show her, but... Alright. So this man gets wrapped in more and more, and... Wait, actually, come on, let's show this place to everyone in the country. I'm sure they'll like it. Besides, I want to show you off now that you've become as pretty as a flower. That's fine, right? And so I suppose and then he says, I see, thanks. So I guess the monster is just like, you know what? This guy's got a great idea. Why don't we actually do that? Why don't we show these great flowers to the people in the country? This guy's a genius. Tactical genius. And then Elena's just like, time for me to go. My job here is finished. And then while it's raining, we've got all these people who had been wrapped up. I guess they haven't died yet or whatnot, right? And they're holding the flowers with a shawl in them, ready to just a whole horde of them ready to deliver to the fucking country. This country is fucked. This country absolutely fucked. This story reminds me of of an online, it's not an ARG, but it's a analog horror. I currently can't remember what is the name of that analog horror, but it's about like meat-based creatures, and there was one creature that's kind of like this, where it spread through spores, and it gets people to want to wander into it, and they will get killed and, you know, be used for sustenance. So that's what was reminding me of this whole time. I was just like, yeah, this is some analog horror shit right here. It's an SCP out here, dude. But heading on over to the next segment, which is Bottled Happiness, I believe. We've got this man whose name I currently Emu or something, right? He's been collecting happiness in a bottle because this servant that he likes, she's been pretty gloomy. She's depressed out here, so he wants to show her some happiness around the world. And this reminds Elaina of a story about the wife who was sick, and the man and her husband decided to travel around the world in order to capture these beautiful sights in order to show it to his wife. And the first thing I thought of during that time was, wow, dude, your wife is sick? And the first thing that you decide to do is you're gonna travel around the world without her? Alright, dude. Yeah, you're doing it for her own good and whatnot. Talk about leaving her alone for all those how many months that you've been going. Anyways, we find that Emil is the son of the village chief. The first thing that I kind of noted was when this guy asked, like, won't you come eat lunch with us? And Elena's just like, well, I already had breakfast, so like, no. And then he still pushes anyways, right? It's like, okay, I'll make sure you get a smaller portion then. I was like, okay. But we're introduced to Nino, who is the servant, and she is from the land of the east, and Elaina remembers that because she had met Saya before, and we learned that her father brought her here, or by brought her here, I mean he bought her here. He bought her and then he brought her here. There you go. This is grammarly correct, I believe. Or as Emil says, my dad found her in the eastern land. We've just found her. And then we brought her here. You know? Family, friends, whatever. Who cares? She's here now. She's my servant. And then I do like this uneasiness that went through this whole entire scene, where it's that feeling of master and servant, and it's like, okay, like, sure, whatever, you see her as someone who kind of is not, like, you know, he likes her and whatnot, but then there's still that power dynamic between the both of them that is not good. And then it doesn't help when he tells her that, hey, I got a present for you. And Nino's just like, well, dog, no present for me. Your dad's gonna get angry. And he's just like, well, my dad will understand. And like the way he says that, I'm just like, yeah, sounds like she's about to get a fucking flailing later on. But then he also goes and he puts his master status out, right? He's like, okay, fine. I order you to accept my present. So it's just like, okay, you have no choice. You can't say no to my present anymore. And it's excuse me, sir. So the dad comes out and he sees that she is a witch, and he looks her up and down, and then he sees the brooch, which then he just goes like, huh. You know, like, I don't know, like, I can't buy you, I can't take advantage of you because you're a witch, so, you know, you could just use hocus pocus magic on me and I'm gonna fucking die or whatnot. So there's that, and then he just keeps staring at her, to which, again, you know, take your eyes off of her before your eyes get plucked out. So dinner passes, and also Elaina wanted a small portion, but she didn't get a small portion, so it's like, okay, bro. Don't know what's happening there. But you've got Emil, who decided that he's going to go and help out the witch. Help out Nino. And he's just, the dad's over here like, ugh. Why is he fucking helping out with chores? Got a girl here who can do the whole thing, you know? That's the whole point. You know, I bought her for a reason. My wife left me. She didn't die, she just left. And now he's just like, yeah, so like, this place, the house chores and all that. Who's doing that? Definitely not me, the man. I need another woman to be here. No wonder your wife left. But he bought her, and of course, not only is he a fucking a slave driver out here, he's also a fucking, well, I was gonna say he's a fucking pedophile. Consider that he's just over here like, yeah, I bought her, and like, she's probably gonna grow up to be a beauty. And it's like, alright dude, like, what do you, I mean, his wife left him and all, so like, you know, what does one expect? Which also is why I'm just like, okay, like, has she been given gifts by this man before previously? Not in terms of, you know, nice gifts or whatnot, and in that case, they wouldn't be gifts, I suppose. But yeah, man's out here really showing his scumminess, and it's that feeling of like, well, you know, I'm a village chief, I can do whatever the fuck I want. And also, I guess slavery is legal, so who cares? Elaina asks, does Emil know about this? And he says he knows, right? I told him, but he doesn't care if the other person is a slave or what. This is just her cleaning up stuff, and then Emil comes, and then she drops the plate, and then he gets mad, because like, oh, how dare you, bitch! You are not doing, how dare you get scared and drop this fucking china! I'm gonna teach you a lesson, and whatnot, and here we get to see Elaina using her magic. Right, using her magic, and she points it at him, and for just a moment, she's probably thinking like, I could just end this man's life right here, right now. But she is still continuing the promise that her mom told that she made the promise that she made with her mom, and so she only uses the time reversal thing on the china, and, you know, showcases her power, and the man's over here like, oh shit, oh sorry witch. Oh, but thank you for fixing the china and all. But then as the man tells her, you know, like, thank her and whatnot, and then Nino says sorry, but then Elaina says you should say thank you. We've got, what is his name? Emil over here, looking disgruntled, looking, you know, a little upset. And then he, next scene, he's like, I could have done magic like that. I could have been the one who can use his magic to impress Nino instead of you, witch. It does make me think about how, well, he's obviously grew up with this village chief, and of course his personality, in its own way, is, similar to his dad. And it's not good when you're someone like Nino and you have to live with this man, this village chief man who abuses you for the slightest inconvenience, and then you have to live with his son who is like into you, but like still very much similar to the dad in terms of he's not he's willing to use his power to dominate her if he needs to. And you know, perhaps that's also one of the reasons why he likes her, even though the dad's like, oh, he doesn't see her as a servant or whatnot. He still has this power over her that he's going to use. And like, it's not like she could fucking leave. You know, if he's out here trying to flirt with some other chick or whatnot, and they say no, they could just get out of here. And he doesn't have anything to bound her by, bound the chick by, unlike Nino. But Elaina tells Emil that maybe you should show her that bottle of happiness, and she's kind of depressed right now. You should show it. God, this fucking lighting. Oh shit, dude. Something bad's about to happen. And so his present is the bottle of happiness. And then, as he says, it's filled with happiness of various people, and you can only see it once. And so I'm over here like, oh, again, I thought the bottle of happiness was going to be like a drug or something, which still would have ended badly. But I thought it was going to be a drug, you know? You just suck up that bottle of happiness, just inhale it right through your fucking nostril. But it wasn't, and it instead was, as I said, social media posts that you see on Facebook or Instagram or something. You're already sad, and then you're scrolling through your timeline, you see all these happy people, and you're just like, man, wish that was me. I can't. So it just makes her even more depressed, because like, wow, look at all these people doing great things while I'm just stuck here. Oh, sad. So sad, bro. And then it doesn't help that he's over here like hugging her. He's just like, oh yeah, this is a great opportunity for me to hug her. Oh, ah. Like, if you love her, then you should let her go. That's all I'm saying. But this reminds Elaina of the ending of the story, which is the husband going back to the wife and showcasing all these great places that she can't fucking see. So it makes her even more depressed. So the next thing you know, she killed herself with a fruit knife, it looks like, which honestly, that sounds very painful. Like, I don't know if, well, a fruit knife should be pretty sharp, so really depends on how she's going at it, but you know, either way, I think it'd be a pretty painful death. And eventually, and later on, Elena's just like, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen to that needle girl, but like, I don't want to know. You know what? If if something bad didn't already happen between Nino and the village chief, that whole shit happens, honestly, after that, might as well just off yourself. If there's no other choices, right? No other options. But hopefully, in a better option, she would run away. But consider that we have seen the darkness of this world. What is to say that she's not gonna find herself in an even more precarious situation? So, overall, just bad shit happening. Unfortunate. And again, I like that they showcase the darkness in this world. And I like that Elaina kind of just goes and just like, I'm just an observer, so I'm just here to fucking chill, and if these bad things continue to happen, that's just how it is, right? I'm not a part of these people's lives or whatnot, so who gives a shit? And yeah, that's pretty much it. If I have anything else to say, I will write it in the description down below. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I will see you guys in the next episode.